Okay, let's do this. Minecraft. I know. The ultimate 2-week phase game. The game that you seemingly love for a brief period of time and then leave it harder than your dad left to get milk. It may show back up in a year or so, but only last a brief period of time. Minecraft changed gaming in my life as a whole. Whether it's the true vanilla experience, adding mods to the game, albeit in the form of a mod pack, shout out to Tech It Classic, Minecraft is limitless, pun not intended. YouTube is literally laced in videos explaining how to spend your first night, where to dig, how to find diamonds, how to remain a virgin. It's all there. So in 2009, a small indie game, Minecraft, was released in what is now deemed the Java Classic Edition to the public. I don't have any footage of this because I was 12 at the time and I didn't own a computer. Then in 2010, it was released into the alpha state, shifting the game towards a more survival-focused experience, introducing key features like minecarts, rails, and dungeons. The game was making pace and building a massive audience quickly, making all other AAA titles feel a bit empty. Fast tracking to 2011 now, Minecraft has entered the full release. The update was huge. It was game-changing. When we speak of biggest updates changing games, I'm hard-pressed to think about anything other than this. With the full release, it also added stone bricks. Holy shit. That's an update right there. Oh wait, hang on a second. It also added a hunger meter. So no longer will food instantly heal you. You have to maintain a hunger bar above 80% to have passive healing, earning you around half a heart every 5 seconds. It also added sprinting. Now when you have 3 hearts or less, you are going to be walking. So go kill a cow, eat something you noob. These are the basics. Whilst Minecraft evolved over time, it added fundamentals to the game, like beds, horses, new blocks, new biomes, the end, the nether, new mobs, sex. They had it all. The problem here is, with everything new that they added, they contradicted the game's core narratives and challenges. The biggest challenge being, when the sun goes down. Where can I hide? Is that a bed? Oh my god, is that a... Nighttime in classic Minecraft was... Well, it wasn't for the faint-hearted. We are talking about the best strategy is hiding underground or in a wall to survive your first night. You would spend the whole first day getting enough supplies to get yourself into place to survive the first night. If you don't believe me, just go back and watch Yogscast's first video, episode 1. It literally has them hiding in a makeshift hut underneath a tree to survive the first night. It adds that challenge, the risk reward to going outside at night. You truly felt alone in a dangerous world. Now compared to Minecraft from today, where beds have been introduced, you can literally skip that challenge. Beds removed challenge. Remove core gameplay fundamentals that made early day Minecraft so much fun. Not to mention that they are super easy to obtain now. When you spawn, chances are there's a village just over there 300 meters that way, and you can go get up to 60 beds that are on offer. So go on, little one. There's a bed just over there. Go get one. Or you spawn not near a village, but around 3 sheep and a tree. Bed. It's easy to skip the main challenge the first night. Now you have a bed. It's okay. Go ahead and sleep, buddy. Those monsters, they can't hurt you anymore. And when you wake, the monster will burn. Done. No challenge and nothing to worry about. If you forget to sleep, don't worry. The most invasive, the most frustrating, and obnoxious mob comes through your head. The Phantom. It's a gentle reminder that you haven't slept at all, reminding you should press E on that bed, buddy. You've got to go to sleep. Apparently it also rains and storms the longer you don't sleep. So not only does the game set attack trunks to kill you for not sleeping, the game also nerfs your FPS. Good luck in 30 FPS land. You have no chance now, buddy. Time to sleep. Sleep, goddammit! Sleep is now a mundane mechanic you have to do once every 10 minutes to skip the game's challenges that are presented to you at night. Okay, now that nighttime is no more, what's the challenge in Minecraft? What's the goal here? What's the goal for your character? Do you visit the nether? Do you go to the end? Do you get bitches? No. The nether is a single chapter of Minecraft. it's not a late game area because you can survive the nether with basically just iron gear for the most part. The mobs are passive until hit. The ghasts are so fucking annoying. Like, ghasts contend with the fucking phantoms. Except, ghasts, this time, shoot explosive fire at you and destroy the netherrack beneath your feet. Better have brought that cobble, buddy. Don't get me started on bastions. For the love of God, just stay away from the bastions. They aren't passive mobs in there. The piglins, the piglin brutes, and the hoglins, these mobs serve as a challenge in the nether. Hostile mobs preventing you from raiding the bastion. And they hit like a semi-truck and will kill you so quickly. However, a mastermind 1000 IQ player will know that these mobs love gold. You throw some of that down and oh yeah, they will trade, keeping them distracted long enough for you to pass by. And if you're asking how am I going to get enough gold in the nether is now riddled with gold nugget veins. So the challenge that Mojang created in the nether, they also seemingly nerfed in the blink of an eye. So all you need is 10 blocks of obsidian, a diamond pickaxe to get that obsidian, iron gear, and that's all you need in this hellhole. Other than blaze rods, nether wart, and ghast tears, I don't even know why the fuck the nether exists. Maybe I'm just really stupid. And maybe now I'm crying. Alright, mods. I love Minecraft mods. They are creative and add so much depth and creativity to Minecraft. Now, my favorite mod has to be mobs. I talk about this with my best friend Sam a lot, who we, from time to time, dabble, just a quick dabble, in a 2-week phase here and there. Mobs adds a variance of challenge to the overworld in Minecraft, whether it's more passive animals for you to slay and get food from, or, on the contrary, just giant ass fucking trolls. Dude, I didn't record this, but when we played a modded world, my base got raided by huge fucking trolls, and they completely destroyed me. It adds surprise, but also brings that challenge back to Minecraft that was lost when beds were introduced. My second favorite has to be a mod pack known as Tech It Classic. There were others like Feed the Beast at the time, but I really liked Tech It Classic because my favorite YouTubers at the time were using it. The Yogscast, obviously. When I think of a group of individuals creating a movement and a community for Minecraft, it has to be the Yogscast. It's a British group of influencers playing Minecraft, creating amazing storylines like Shadow of Israfel, and then also coming to create the storyline in Tekkit called the Jaffa Factory. When I think of Minecraft, I can't help but also rewatch these timeless YouTube series. Simpler times, there was no controversy, there was no Discord mods yet. Tekkit Classic adds engines, magic, and more tools to Minecraft. It's simple yet more involved, and it's a good gateway to get into other mod packs and other mods in Minecraft. Through the ages, I now prefer an enhanced vanilla experience. I don't really want mods. I just want an amazing world where I can build a castle. Fuck, that's so original. Thanks to the Caves and Cliffs Part 2 update in 2021, I believe, the world generation and cave generation got completely changed and overhauled and made that vanilla experience so much better. I know I have skipped just pretty much the bulk of updates for this game, and during these times, I was either going to school like a really good boy, or playing Counter-Strike Go like all good boys should. I know the combat update was one of the most hated and blasted updates ever, and it made Minecraft's combat worse. However, if you keep complaining, Mojang will continue to actually ignore you and just push out baby mobs into the game. But no other update means more to me than Caves and Cliffs Part 2. The update single-handedly brought me back to Minecraft. They lowered the mining point from 0 to -64. So now mining caves goes deeper and darker, but building height was also increased to 319, meaning world generation could be reworked and made higher. And boy, they did an amazing job with the world generation. Whereas before in Minecraft, they had somewhat good worlds, but most of the time you'd just spawn on a small fucking island in the middle of an ocean. Great! I don't know how to swim, and I've used my one tree to create a pickaxe, and now I can't craft a bow. So basically, I'm living and playing Castaway. Shout out to you, Mr. Hanks. With the introduction of Caves and Cliffs Part 2, they made sure to note that mostly water-filled generation was decreased. So now you will spawn typically in terrain that is mainland. There is still a chance of a water world, but it's very unlikely. Biomes got added, and they really took inspiration from the real world. Mountains that now just shoot so high they go through the clouds of the world and have snow-peaked caps. And coastlines are no longer just all sand. There's variants now, so you can get a stone-swept shoreline. With changes to world generation, though, ore distribution also had to change to fit in with the lower cave generation. Whereas before Caves and Cliffs, you and the whole world knew that level 11 and 12 had the most diamonds. So guess what that means? Yep, 16 hours of straight strip mining was the strategy. Dear God, how boring. With Caves and Cliffs, diamonds now spawn exposed more than they do unexposed. So you now have a greater chance of finding diamonds whilst cave mining than strip mining. So gone are the days of strip mining to find diamonds. However, coal and iron are now early game items and can be found in abundance on mountain faces and shallow caves. As you go deeper though, coal is increasingly harder to find, if at all. So make sure you take all of the coals so you can make all of the torches to light all of your caves, and if not, chances are there will be fuck! I think people to this day still about the distribution. Iron now is deemed an early game item, and like I said before, you only need iron gear to tackle the nether and complete most of the core Minecraft challenges. Just shifting away from that at the moment, I don't know how I got this far without mentioning the Deep Dark, a cave biome that is home to something called an ancient city. It's truly a place of nightmares, just don't go there. It's eerie, it's dark, it's ancient, shout out Counter-Strike. It's also home to the Warden, a new mob that is truly the end boss to your mining session. Don't pass go, don't collect $200, it's all over. He's a tall dark boy that deals a lot of damage that isn't even worth the fight. Hang on a second, hold up there. Copper. That's right, copper. The Copper Age really destroys my argument here. They added a slightly better tier of tool above stone, lasted longer and broke blocks faster, however still worse than iron, so it makes it extremely easy to forget about. I feel as though if they made iron a lot harder to find, and then diamonds extremely hard to find, then netherite not an explosive shithouse to find, then we really could have had copper fit into this mix really well. However, they did not do this, and copper tools are basically a since when item for returning players. Iron is so easy to find, and copper is just not simply mined anymore. So, Minecraft. It isn't a perfect game, where every update counters something they did in the previous update, and it'll spiral like that forever. However, this game is adventurous, it's creative, and it's ambitious. Minecraft is like no other game. It gives you everything. What you can see, what you can break, what you can collect and reuse. Where I like to be creative in survival mode, because it's a fucking ego thing, I like to show people my amazing builds and be like, I fucking did it in survival. I have a big dick. More on from that. Survival is a gateway to what is known as creative. Creative mode is the world is your oyster type shit. You aren't there to survive. You aren't there to collect. You aren't there to get bitches. You are in that world to build. And build you will. I'll quickly touch on UGC. The builds that people create in this community. My lord, dude. People have that gift that I just don't. Mine look like a preschool drawing compared to these. Hours of people's lives are spent creating monolithic structures, castles, mansions, and recreations of real-world cities like New York City. All in this amazing game with blocks and an ever-expanding procedural generating world. It's amazing. It shows you that games don't need to be complex to keep it interesting. Minecraft still holds the second place for the most sold games ever, 350 million to this day. It hasn't and won't ever be dethroned because this game it's endless. That pun is not intended. However, the statement remains. Even after the end, you can keep playing the game and making your story for your character. 1,000-day plus hardcore worlds are now a massive thing on YouTube, showing you how easy it is to keep playing this game, even after you've experienced what the game has to offer and experienced what happens after the story has ended. Timeless Classic has all the time in the world and will always come out on top as people's top rated game. Whether you play it for 2 weeks or you play it every day, the game still lives on and it will forever. Everything I've talked to you about in this video is related to the Java edition, as this is the version that was released back in 2010. Bedrock is a fancier, newer version that now has parity, meaning both versions are essentially the same. However, Bedrock has polish. It has that RTX polish. It has that DLSS polish. Actually, I don't know if it's got that. It has that vibrant visuals polish. Due to limitations of the Java version, none of that is on Java. We have resource-eating shader packs that melt your GPU. It's personal preference what version you play. Ultimately, I have a thing for the OG version, so I play Java. If you play Bedrock version, you stink. Go take a shower and think about your life's choices. The thing is, there are many versions of this game, on many different devices. All have realms, which makes sharing your experience with friends easier and seamless, and also makes Mojang a lot of fucking money. Solo is a great experience, but playing Minecraft with friends and making a world together is where true fun begins. Whether you attempt a skyblock world, or a hardcore world where your friend has ADHD and walks away from his PC at the slightest distraction and dies. Shout out me for doing that twice in a hardcore realm with my friend Sam. Needless to say, hardcore is where the true gamers shine. Hardcore worlds are a one life mode, so don't die. All I have to say about that. So, a timeless masterpiece that will live on for years to come. The ultimate 2-week phase game, where you and some friends run the hell out of a world, abandon it after 2 weeks, and maybe never ever return. A game that shows you how easy it is to implement an ever-generating world, and AAA games still don't do this to this day. Minecraft is literally true innovation and fun. It stands out among the rest due to this. No one will argue because everyone likes Minecraft for a different reason. Time to wrap this up. Minecraft is my game of choice when it comes to the I don't know what to play situations, because it holds my interest longer than a shit game like CS2 does. Whether it's Realms with Sam, or it's a solo adventure of my own, or drawing dicks in creative, it's just fun. I also want to hear from you guys. If you have anything to add or share, please leave it in the comments. Reading your experiences and opinions is great fun, and it's what being a community is all about. If you've made it this far, please leave a like on this video, subscribe if you'd like, and with all that, I'll see you guys in a new video shortly. Goodbye for now.